The driver was arrested. We are waiting to find out the exact charges against the suspects who were detained. President Obama takes his State of the Union pitch on the road today with the start of a 4-state trip. This morning, he'll talk at a Costco store in Maryland, calling on Congress to increase the minimum wage. Then he heads to a steel plant in Pennsylvania to talk about new retirement policies. ABC's Mary Bruce is in Washington with a closer look at the president's speech.
With just 3 years left, President Obama worked to convince Americans he can still get things done in a broken Washington.
Let's make this a year of action.
After what was arguably the worst year of his presidency, the president tried to turn the tide, telling lawmakers seeking to obstruct his agenda that he will act, with or without them.
America does not stand still, and neither will I.
There were no new grand legislative proposals, but a promise to make government work on behalf of all Americans.
Opportunity is who we are. And the defining project of our generation must be to restore that promise.
He even gave a shout out to his political foe, House Speaker John Boehner, to highlight the American dream.
That's what drew our forebears here, how the son of the barkeep is Speaker of the House.
From immigration reform to raising the minimum wage, the ideas he put forth were familiar. His repeated call for equal pay for women drew massive applause and high fives. But it was this man that brought the House chamber to its feet for an astounding minute and a half, Sergeant First Class Corey Remsburg.
Men and women like Corey remind us that America has never come easy.
Despite his signature optimism, the president's agenda still faces the political realities of Washington.
I appreciate what the president has said tonight, but I'm with those Americans who are asking the question, where are the jobs?
Now comes the hard sell. The president is hitting the road first thing this morning, sharing his message directly with the public during a 2-day, 4-state whirlwind tour. Mary Bruce, ABC News, Washington.
North State Congressman John Garamendi represents part of Glenn County. He released a statement in response to the president's address. He agreed with much of what the president had said about helping the class and expanding help to the long-term unemployed. He said, quote, "The president presented a lot of ideas worth considering today, and they deserve a fair hearing in Congress." He also said, "I still believe that there is nothing wrong with America that can't be fixed by what is right with America." Garamendi added he would do everything he can to work with the president to build the middle class and help Americans reach for their American dream. Republican District 1 Congressman Doug LaMalfa also responded to the president's speech. He represents the majority of the North State, saying he was pleased to hear him speak of streamlining regulations, but his actions don't match the rhetoric. He also talked about the impact the Affordable Health Care Act has had here in California, saying, quote, "In the North State, we have directly felt the negative impact of the president's agenda. Over 900,000 in California alone have lost their coverage under the president's health care law." He also said the president has called for a year of action. Californians are facing massive transportation needs, crushing debt, increasing crime, and a drought of historic size, unquote. He hopes everyone can work together to address those needs. In news from Shasta County this morning, Union Pacific officials